Hey, what's going on, everyone? Hope you had a nice weekend. So in this video today, we are going to talk about Phantasm, which was directed by Don Coscarelli. This movie is about two brothers who have to deal with this evil, malevolent presence within this funeral parlor. I'm sure you guys want to know what I thought about the film. And the best way to describe this film, to me, is it comes off as an hour and a half long episode of The Twilight Zone. You know, I'm talking about the black and white series that aired so long ago. Or another show that was out called The Outer Limits. This comes off as more of a psychological thriller rather than a straight horror movie. I mean, yes, it has some scares throughout it. It has some blood here and there, but I like that this film is so different. You know, and coming out in 1978, 79, you know, there was hardly anything like this. And props to the filmmakers, the cinematography in this one. To me, it kind of resembles the theme from The Exorcist. It has that kind of thing going on, and I really like that about it. So there's a scene in particular where the younger brother, Mike, goes to visit this friend of his, and her grandmother is a kind of psychic. And so he sits down, and the grandmother asks him some questions, and he sticks his hand in this little box, and his fear is tested. And they tell him it's all in his mind, and so he has that to go off of, and he walks away. What stands out to me in this one is the film knows already what it has in store for the viewers. It plays with your mind. It goes along with the idea that there's what's around the corner. Is something gonna pop up? Is there a jump scare in the works? It makes you question, you know, what exactly is going on. So the center focus of this movie is on the little younger brother, Mike. He ventures onto the cemetery grounds, trying to figure out what's going on. He's hearing voices, he's hearing growling. The gentleman in the movie who's basically the villain of this, but he's this, like, he's not in very many scenes, but when he is, he definitely makes an impression on you. You don't know a ton about him other than he's this intimidating tall man, and you don't know what his agenda is. He just does his job as this pallbearer, and you know something's up. There's something frightening about him. And again, it leaves you to that point where your imagination runs wild. There's a fun little fact about this one. So currently there is a remastered version of this movie, which it was revamped for today's viewing. It turned out phenomenal. Yeah, so shout out to J.J. Abrams. So Phantasm was put out in the 70s. And that year we had The Exorcist and Halloween. This movie stands on its own. It's not like you can't put it, of course you can put it overall in a category, but as far as the way this film turned out, I can't compare it to other films, and that's awesome. I really like that. I really admire that. It's not a slasher film. Don't expect a lot of heads cut off, a lot of, bodies hanging off a tree or some shit like that. To me, it doesn't appear to have a big fan base. It's like one of these movies. It's not like it's so opposite of, films like Halloween and A Nightmare on Elm Street. And that's what I like about it. There's something very special about Phantasm. And in this one particular moment, and it's just a couple scenes, there is a sphere-like object that appears within the funeral parlor. And it attempts to attack our main characters. And it sticks out its like blade, and it just zooms right towards them. So that was it's unexpected and fucking scary too. By the end of the film, you think back and wonder, okay, this kid pretty much opened Pandora's box. He dove into something he wasn't supposed to, and all hell broke loose. He put everyone in danger. You can look at it that way, but also you can look at it from a perspective of be careful what you wish for. Just might get it as well. It plays with your fears. So I'm excited to talk to you guys about some announcements I have. So I'll put out a video for that on, let's say, around Thursday. And it's regarding the rest of the year and what I have planned for my channel. So I have that in mind. So I'm trying not to forget. Alright, it's going to be exciting. This is the remainder of this month. I got some movies planned. I plan on watching. So look forward to that. Alright, stay tuned. Stay safe. And I'll see you in the next video.